So here we are in Ro's new living room, and I am going to bring you through some of the design tips we use to create this really beautiful space. Tip number one is think about flow. Before, Ro had a problem with flow because she had a gigantic sofa that just blocked the room off from the rest of the house. What we did was we broke up the sofa. One of the considerations here is that Ro has a lot of people in this room and we needed a lot of seating, but what we didn't want to do is have her guests feel like they were penned in. So we have one large sectional sofa that accommodates 10 people, and there's flow through here, and we've broken it up with a second matching sofa. We also paired two chairs which flank the fire. What else helps in this space is that we have a circular table, so there's no angles that lead people in or out or sort of box them in. Tip number two, coordinated color palette. So there's a lot going on in this room and it actually flows into the kitchen. So we wanted the whole space to be seamless. We have consistent marble in the coffee table and in the kitchen. We have consistent nickel accents, so all of the hardware in the kitchen as well as the pieces we've chosen in the living room and in this shelf are all nickel accent. And we've also had this consistent gray palette. So we wanted to pick up the color of the veins in rose marble and backsplash, and we wanted to bring that all the way through to the living room so it feels easy, styled, comfortable, but it's one seamless space that they can utilize for Ro's production. Tip number three, when you are styling with a really muted color palette like this, think about textures. So what makes this really interesting, even though it's sort of shades of gray, is that we have polished marble, we have satin nickel, we have a really great tweed, we have silk in the rug, and we have a rough linen in the chairs. And then we've got this non-honed, dry finished marble on the coffee table. And what that's allowing us to do is to mix all of these colors, but still have it be visually interesting. So when you go tonal, go textured. Hey guys, we're gonna do some tips and tricks on how we did Ro's home office. Tip number one, spatial configuration. One of the biggest things we had to think about when we did Ro's office is where everything would go so the flow was really, really good. We put all of our L-shaped desks back to back in order to make these zones. One is the back area, which is the private accounting zone, computers facing the wall, and the front area is the more public zone where Ro and Molly are doing their work, and they have this great seating area. So it's broken up into two zones that are really functional. Tip two, noise dampening in an office. I think one of the big considerations that Ro wanted was how do we take this space and make it much more quiet? And we did that by adding things like carpets and the sofa. All of these bigger pieces absorb sound, and now the entire office is really calm and cozy and exactly what Ro wanted. Tip three, cord management. When you're thinking about an open office plan like this, where the desks are floating, it's really important to consider cord management. So in the case of Ro's office, the desks themselves came with one port for cords, and we actually custom drilled holes in the other end of the desk for Ro's desk lights, so those cords were taken care of as well. So when you walk into the space, it's really clean and clutter-free. Hey everybody, here we are in Ro's bedroom, and I wanted to talk about what we did design-wise to pull this whole room together. So I'm gonna give you a couple of tips. Tip number one is choose a color palette. So in Ro's room, we chose this really great color palette of gray, a little bit of gray-green, and linen. And so we've picked that up across the room. Gray in the nightstands, linen in the headboard, we've got linen on the sofa. So the room feels really tied together. Because it's got a neutral palette, it has a real sense of calm, which is something that Ro is really looking for this time around in her bedroom. Tip number two, metallics. So in Ro's room, because we were working with an existing chandelier, which is very sparkly, we chose to use all of these nickel accents in here to enhance the chandelier. We also brought in some of the silver in the mercury glass side lamps. So there's really a gray and silver and neutral palette happening here, which makes the room really calm and consistent. Tip number three, think about room functionality. When we came into this room, we realized that there were a couple of things going for it. It has great light, so lots of windows. It has a very high ceiling. and it also has lots of room. And so just like the rest of the house, Ro really wanted her bedroom to be kind of multifunctional. She wanted it to be a bedroom, but it's also a bit of a media room. So we added in a seating area beside the bed and brought in side tables, which is pretty unusual for a bedroom, but actually works in here because of the scale. We added seating to the end of the bed so people can watch TV, or when you're putting your shoes on, Ro can sit there. And there's also extra seating in the corner. So this room goes beyond being a bedroom and becomes a very functional media room as well.